From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. 4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Toronto Blue Jays. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, one of the stories in this one is a highly anticipated Major League debut, and all eyes will be on him as he gets the start on the mound.
I love watching pitching debuts at this level because there's no waiting around to see the rookie in action. You get thrown right into the deep end of the Major League pool. He's center stage from the first inning on. So, like you said, Boog, there's no hiding at all. There's a ton of excitement about this kid's future, and he's about to face the best lineup of his life. So I'm excited to see how he attacks it.
Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. The 1-1 is fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his Major League career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Here's Mike Trout. In the air out to center. That's a base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
So bases loaded with one away. Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Throws to first in time. Out to escape. And we're back. And on the mound in this one, Jose Soriano.
Well, Boog, something of interest to me is that this guy's really struggled when working out of the stretch, pitching with runners in scoring position. So the key for him is to attack hitters, try to get ahead in the count, and limit allowing runners on base. And if he can do that, I think that will help him to avoid those situations. Now, at some point, he's going to have to deal with them. And I think it's just one of those mental things that he's going to have to overcome.
Fair ball. The throw in. And he'll pull into second safely.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Swing and a ground ball to first, and Machetta's retired. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Of course, a big piece for them is their DH, Anthony Santander.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog.
That's to third. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Anthony Santander at the plate. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next one misses, and it's 3-2.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Santander off of first with 2 away. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two outs. In the air, left field, Ward. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, J.D. Davis. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And now it's going to be Ryan Noda. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Tying run is at first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And that gets down in the corner. Throw comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Luis Rengifo, the next to hit for the Angels. Line drive, come on.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Ground ball up the middle. Jimenez tosses to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. 2 left on. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Angels nothing. Bottom of the second, and now for the Jays, Seiya Suzuki. And now 2-2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And there's a ball. In the air out towards right center. Moniak on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. So up next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Kicks and fires. And that one fouled off. Man at second. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And now here is Ernie Clement. Base knock right field. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Line to left. Schneider makes the grab, and there's one away. Jorge Soler up at the plate. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. Fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out. As we go to the last of the third. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Gets a piece and stays alive. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
1 down, base is empty. That's to third. Davis tosses to first, and Guerrero is set down. Anthony Santander will hit next. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. That one ran inside, almost got him. Cut out and miss, struck him out. And it's a 3 up, 3 down inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Travis d'Arnaud.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front.
Runner on the move, on a line, and that gets down into the gap. Relay throw home. He's safe. We're tied at 1.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
On to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Davis around third. He will score, and they take the lead. The throw to second is offline.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they take a 2-run lead. Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Here's the swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Now Trout gets a chance to hit. And that'll load the bases. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler. Fought off foul. Got him swinging. Singy, it feels like we're approaching decision time for this coaching staff with the rookie on the mound.
Yeah, they've got him for a few runs so far, and the pitch count's starting to get up there a little bit. So, coaching
the other way. Gets down, base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single. Up by 3. It's 4-1. 2 outs. Bases full. Travis d'Arnaud, the next to hit for the. Here comes the manager out of the blue. New arm out of the bullpen, Zach Jackson.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. So they do get 4 runs across, but they end up leaving the bases loaded. We're midway. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Out to short. The throw to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. And next for Toronto, Seiya Suzuki.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
On the ground. Now the throw to first on the run. What a play, inning over. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Angel Bastardo.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got it. And now one away. So digging in, Ryan Noda. 1 out, bases empty. Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days.
And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. On the ground right side. Fires over to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. In the air, right field. And a couple of quick outs.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. And caught on the warning track. Top six. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Luis Rengifo. That one the other way. And it stays fair.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game. And now batting Mike Trout. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. The throw to third. He's in there.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle. Even on
runner on the go. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Hit on the ground might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. So it's no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. Angels 4 and the Blue Jays 1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Hans Kraus.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Hit weakly on the ground. Whips it to first on the run. Not in time to get him, and the tapper turns into an infield single. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Neto over to second, relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Anthony Santander. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. This one grounded to Davis. Gets it to first. That's the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Tommy Nance. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
You know, these Angels, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've seen how many line drive base hits they've been able to produce in this one, 6 to be exact, and they've all been pretty loud.
So man aboard, Travis d'Arnaud will come up to hit. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now it's J.D. Davis. On the ground, 2 ball. Over to Bichette.
That's an out.
Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. And Joyce.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch. Seiya Suzuki next up for the Blue Jays. Base hit center field. So a man aboard now with one away. So up next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. Out there to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw into third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Typically that high fastball.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Jose Quijada.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
And a swing and a miss there. Action in the Angels bullpen. Kenley Jansen preparing to come on if needed. Tying run at the plate. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Eric Swanson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game. Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's a 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Noda on at first. Nobody out. Next offering way off the plate. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
No, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
On the ground, right side. Jimenez whips it to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Boog, that's a good at bat simply because they found a way to move both runners up a base. Now they're in a really good spot with 2 runners in scoring position.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 run across. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and the lead is up to 5.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
1 down. And next for the Angels, Mike Trout. And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Jorge Soler. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. Back here at Rogers Center, now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Darno on to first, gets him. 1 away on a drop 3rd strike. Singy, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call if they think he beat the throw.
Yeah, they might challenge it just to kind of roll the dice, you know, Boog. And
now a chance for Bo Bichette. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. He's got it. 1 away.
that's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
In the air, center field. Moniak under it. 2 down. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Say goodbye to that one. Anthony Santander knocks one out. Home run number 30 on the year. And they're chipping away. It's 6-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it.
The batter now, Dalton Varsho. Ward. He's got it. And that is out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Chad Green.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Varsho makes the grab, 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Hit in the air, center field. Varsho settles under it. And it's caught for the out. Now it's J.D. Davis. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. He'll circle the bases, and they add on. It's 7-3. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-run lead at 7. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Jose Suarez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
He was all over that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
To third, Davis. Rengifo for 1. How about that double play?
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
So they're down to their final out. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. In time ball game, and the strikeout ends it.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
7-3 is how this one ends. For Chris Single. From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, Saturday afternoon action on the show. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, Singy, we get to see one of the hottest hitters in the league today. Quite the streak he's riding.
Seriously, Boog, he's been on fire at the plate. A major boost for this team, and I enjoy seeing greatness on display, and this guy just gets it done.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And on the hill, the big righty, Chris Bassett. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Hauls it in for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and it's a 1-2-3. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill in this one, Tyler Anderson.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
Got him on the off-balance throw. One up, one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Andres Gimenez.
This is an interesting guy to have in the lineup because everyone knows his ability to change the game on the base paths, leading the American League in stolen bases. So it's almost like the fear of what he's going to do when he gets on distracts the pitcher from being able to attack him at the plate. Tell you what, he's in some people's heads right now. Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So a man at first. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And a pop-up. Right side, foul territory. He dives but can't make the play, and that's a foul ball. And a ball evens the count. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Stayed with the fastball on all 3 pitches to put him away.
Yeah, just straight attacked him. And those locations of the fastball, it's what really stood out to me, Boog. Started him inside, really good location. Then he went away for strike 2, going kind of east-west, and then finishes him off up in the zone with some good velocity. That's just great execution.
Got him swinging. Back now in Toronto. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the DH for the Angels. Jorge Soler. 1-2 here. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game.
Outside,
but all
ball.
he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit.
3-1.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. First and second, no outs here in the second game of the series. That one missed. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. connect on the curveball, struck him out.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Late cutting action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way and then just at the last moment.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. In the air, left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Ground ball, left side. Moncada tossed to first. 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Addison Barger. The 1-1 is cut on and missed at a pitch upstairs. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now the right fielder, Ryan Noda. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. So up next, Zach Neto. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. He doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Liner, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the inning. Here's the rookie third baseman, Arjun Nimala. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. Hard hit left side. Slings it across. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Andres Jimenez. Slow roller to 3rd. Moncada tosses to first, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. On the ground to 3rd. Whips it across. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Breaking ball misses down and away. 4th inning underway, no score. Line drive, knocks it down. The throw is still in time, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Here is Moncada. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Gets under it and pops it up. Bichette. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. And the Angels ready to go. Bottom 4. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Anderson ready to work. Lined, and that's a base hit. Around second is Bichette. The relay not going to get him. He's in there.
All over that one right there. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Bichette comes around to score. On to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Now a screamer into the outfield. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw into second, and he's out. But one run is in to score. Seiya Suzuki now at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strike. Little chopper rolls foul. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
One down, base is empty. That's down and in. Outside, and that is ball 4. Ryan Noda, the next to hit for the Angels. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Save.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
That one to first, Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Fastball almost got him there. Ground ball right side. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting, number 18.
And next for Toronto, Arjun Nimala. The 1-1. Grounds one to short. Home man for the 5th inning. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now here is Nolan Schanuel. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And gone. His 4th home run of the season. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. Well, you can see he was out front just a little bit. Maybe didn't recognize the changeup earlier, but he got the bat head to it, hooked it down the line, and was able to keep it fair for a long home run. Really impressive.
No outs. Runner at first. Jorge Soler getting ready to hit. And a big swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Logan O'Hoppe digs in now. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Safe at second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. So now the injury forcing a substitution at second base. On to pinch run, Scott Kingery. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's ripped into the outfield. Snags it for the second out.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone.
Runner breaks for third. That's in for a strike. Out at third. And that ends the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball. Now into the ball game on defense, Scott Kingery. He'll play second. So digging in, Andres Jimenez. Ouch, that one drilled him. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Bo Bichette, the next to hit. Lined into right. Noda makes the play, and there's one down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will hit next. That pitch in for a strike, and the count's full. Movement in the Halos bullpen. Number 57, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Number 54, getting cranked up as well. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
And a pitch.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Got him swinging. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Coming around third is Jimenez. 1 run is in. Headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into.
New pitcher in the game for the Angels, number 57.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back. And forget it. A soaring shot to center. It's 7-1. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Noda snags it, and the inning is over. But not before 5 cross the plate, with a big blow being this. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic, still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type, it's true. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. Outside corner, got him looking. And now the center fielder, Mickey Moniak. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game. Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Catcher number 68.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Not in time. He's safe.
Definitely a tough play right there, and he had a little trouble on the transfer. Didn't seem to be able to get the grip and get rid of it, and that made all the difference.
Back to the top of the order now. And now Andres Jimenez. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. Rushing at first, one gone. Center field. Moniak has a beat on it. Squeezes it. That's out number 2. So a man aboard. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Coming home. He'll score.
Comes through with the RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew.
Now on the bump, Jose Suarez.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Here's the throw to the plate. He beats it safe. It's 9-1.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the...
No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. So first and second with 2 outs. Seiya Suzuki next up for the Blue Jays. Nice grab over to first, and that's a great play for the out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Chad Green.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. 1 out, bases empty. 3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. Nolan Shanuel, the next to hit for the Angels.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
The 1-2 stays alive. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Scott Kingery up to hit. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2. Neto off of first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Angels strand 1. They trail it big. It's 9-1. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. And right back to the mound. Tosses to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Arjun Nimala. Foul ball there. The Jays up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Outside with a breaking ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
And that one sliced foul. Struck him out swinging. That's the first sweeper we've seen today, and the batter made a mess of it. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Pinch hitter coming on, Davis Schneider. The runner on first with 2 gone for him. Late with the swing there.
2-2.
Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. Blue Jays held in check. So remaining in the game defensively, Davis Schneider. He entered the game to pinch hit and now mans second base. Jorge Soler up at the plate. Next offering is outside. Clips the corner. 2-2 now. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Varsho makes the grab, 1 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Slider got him for strike 3. Angels down to their final out. Here comes Yoan Moncada.
2-1.
They're down to their final strike.
2-2.
Jackson is just 1 strike away. Strike 3 on the foul tip. And that is the ball game. 9-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Toronto Blue Jays. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. Our starting pitcher in this one, Bowden Francis. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
That one is absolutely belted. Going back on the warning track and hauls it in.
Typically not easy to go deep to center field, but he almost did right there and got a little help from the wind, just not enough.
That's way outside, and it's 2-1. And they'll do it again. 2 out, space is empty. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. So there's number 400. What a moment as one of the game's best circles the bases one more time in his great career. A very special swing of the bat.
Yeah, Boog, and to me, this is one of those career-defining moments. When a guy makes his way into the 400 home run club, he's going to start being mentioned amongst the greatest power hitters to ever play this ball game. It's a rarefied air up there, and it's been really incredible to watch him perform throughout his career.
So 2 down. Jorge Soler up at the plate. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to...
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Guerrero the toss to first. That's the 3rd out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. Back now in Toronto. And on the hill in this one, Chase Silseth.
Well, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Fouled off down the right side. Jimenez aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And here it comes. Swing and a ground ball. And it's just foul. That was close. Vlad swings, drives one deep left field. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. He sends it out of here. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 3-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. Here in the third and final game of the series. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Ward makes the grab, 2 down. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Ripped on a line, and that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And here is Alejandro Kirk. Off balance throw in time. That's out number 3. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now a 3-2 ball. And we're back. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Snuck the fastball by him. Here's Joe Adele. Yeah, that's in for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Out towards right center field. And there are 2 down. Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. Curve in the dirt.
That's the ball. 2-1.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finished. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. On the ground, out to short. Neto handles, throws to first, and quickly one away in the second. So up next, Nathan Lucas. That one ripped right center field. That's long gone. He circles the bases. His first homer of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 4-2. Singy, he's been waiting for this moment to finally come.
Well, we knew it would come eventually, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him go on a nice little run at the plate, hitting some balls out of the ballpark. Got that monkey off his bat. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Now at the plate, Andres Jimenez. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball. Man at first, and now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Check on the runner.
No, he's safe.
Jimenez stands at first with one out. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. On the ground. And it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting ready to hit. Hot shot to third. Moncada tossed to first. And Guerrero is set down. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back here at Rogers Center, new inning getting started. So in now for the Angels, Nolan Schanuel. Schanuel launched a homer in his most recent game. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
1 out, base is empty. And no one can get there.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Back-to-back base hits. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
In plenty of time. But first, that ends the frame. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Hit in the air, left field. Ward sizing it up. He's there. He's got it. And there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Davis Schneider. Swings through that. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get a swing and a miss. That retires the side. And welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Well, that's exactly what a good 2-strike splitter will do. Duck right under the bat path and that last 15 to 20 feet or so, and at that point, it's just too late to do anything about it as a hitter. Really nice pitch.
Lucas makes the grab, and that's welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. A swing and a soft liner. And a base hit right there. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So digging in, Ernie Clement. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. And that one sliced foul. The 1-2. On the ground to the left. Wide throw, and it gets away. But a great backup there, and no one will move up. Now the Angels manager. New pitcher in the game for the Angels, Jack Kachanowicz.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
That one the other way. Off balance feed, there's one. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Fires over to Guerrero, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. And next for L.A., Nolan Schanuel. On the ground to first, Guerrero takes it himself, and that quickly 2 away. Scott Kingery up to hit. So now 1-2.
1-2.
And down on strikes. Angels retired 1-2-3. Angels held in check. They trail it here 4-2. Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And this one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Ward pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2's the count.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Not a great curveball there at all, but clearly he wasn't looking for it because it just dropped right into the happy zone, and it looked like, to me, the swing was a little bit late. Tells me he gave up on it early and then just tried to have that emergency hack at the last second to put it in play.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Tommy Nance.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Here's Trout.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball. Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Jorge Soler digs in now. A little out front there as he swings through.
2-2.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. At the plate, Logan O'Hoppe. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Hit on the ground to short. Neto. Tosses across to first. Gets the catcher by a step. And now Ernie Clement. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
The other way, Moncada tossed to first. 3 up, 3 down. Ryan Burr gets the ball now. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Ryan Burr.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing. Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels.
Got him swinging.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1-2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner off, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Throws to first in time, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. That is strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a 1-2 again. Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays.
Strike 2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie.
This ball is roped, and it gets down into the gap in right center. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all these...
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. Next to hit, Dalton Varsho.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
And that's a base hit. Now a long throw home. And he's out.
Got him. That's
Cut
out.
down, and that ends. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jimmy Garcia.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Here is Yoan Moncada. Way out front for strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
2 down, bases empty. Now here is Mike Trout. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 8th. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead. He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Throws to second. And he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing. And
now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of inning number. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Hans Kraus.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Hitting the air out to center field. Adele hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And he grounds one back up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And now 2 aboard. So up next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1-2.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's Andres Jimenez. Two on, 2 outs. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses. That's the 3rd out. Inning over.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Swing and a miss, struck him out on a splitter. So up next, Taylor Ward. That one misses, and it's 2-1. The Angels down by a pair here at the top of the 9th. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And it remains 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 2-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Schneider pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
So it's their last chance in this one. Joe Adele, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. This could end it.
They hope he's the guy.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that is the ball game.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence, and you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. Biggest storyline coming into this one. He's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So almost ready to get underway. On the hill for the White Sox, Bryce Wilson. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Bo Bichette up to the dish. One down, base is empty. Up the middle, boots it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Grounder might be two. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Anthony Santander at the plate. And a swing and a miss.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. Went back to the cutter, and it was worthwhile. Back at right field. And on the hill, Kevin Gossman.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
1-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And there's two down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. This is not a team that's had much success driving the baseball so far this year. They have to rely on stringing hits together as opposed to scoring a lot of runs on homers, doubles, and triples. So it's hard to bunch runs together.
And that's exhausting when your team is at the bottom of the league in slugging percentage, and how much it takes, Boog, for you to put together a...
They get the force out number 3. Here on the south side, second inning set to go. Now it's going to be Dalton Varsho. That one way inside.
Ball.
Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
Robert makes the play, and there's one away. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Gets him to chase after that one. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Now the left fielder, Davis Schneider. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nickname. That ends the inning, so we take a break. Back here on the south side, now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Clement hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there, and I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at-bat. Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So 1 hit. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Into center and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. There goes the runner. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Top of the third, no score.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Wilson checks the runner, and he dives back in safely. The 2-2 on the way. That one the other way. Gallo. He takes it on his own, and 1 away in the top of the third.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. 1 away with a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that one hammered. That's got a chance. Up onto the patio and out of here. His 4th home run of the season, and it gives them the lead in the 3rd. It's 2-0.
Really impressive hitting the ball that far going into the wind. Nothing was going to stop it from getting over the wall.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. The 2-1. Line drive. Fair ball. Around first. Digging for 2. The throw in safely. It's a double. And his 2nd hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously? We're starting with this already. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Good job to fight that one off. And a ball and 2 strikes. That one 95 to finish him off.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Bichette at second with 2 down. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now a 2-0. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
The shortstop, number 83.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Zips it across. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. So the lineup flips over. Here's Josh Rojas. And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Gausman with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. That's to 3rd, and it stays fair. Austin Slater stands in. In the air to left center, Schneider. And makes the grab. And there's 2 away. Andrew Vaughn now. Swings and misses. And the count is 1-2. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick. Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Next offering is fouled back. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. In the air, right field. Slater makes the grab, out. Number 2. So digging in, Davis Schneider. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And we're back. Bottom 4, and now it's Luis Robert. Swing and a miss as he was late. The Blue Jays looking to build momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Here's Joey Gallo.
And every game seems bigger once you get past the All-Star break, dude. Some teams get paralyzed.
Bichette to second. There's one. Relay to Guerrero. In time, inning-ending double play. No runs. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Now the White Sox manager. The White Sox going with a new arm, Gus Varland.
Going to be a tough matchup for him right here. Right-handed hitters have been having a lot of success against him so far this season.
And the batter now, Alejandro Kirk. Tap back up the middle. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Here's Andres Jimenez. Into center. And that'll fall for a base hit. The run comes in to score from second, and it's an RBI single, and they're up by 3. First and second, no outs. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. Strike 2.
2-2.
And that misses off the outside edge.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Stays alive. Kirk over at second. Jimenez at first with no outs. Right through there. Got it. One away.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And that one is lifted in the air. Slater makes the grab. 2 away now. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. One run across. Another comes in to score. It's 5-0.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And
threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Kyle Teal. Drilled in the air. High and deep right field. And gone! He'll touch them all. His second of the year. And they cut into the deficit. It's 5-1.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. That one back. That'll make it out of here. And they inch closer. It's 5-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So up next, Colson Montgomery. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-2, the count.
Got him swinging. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
No, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Kirk hauls it in, 2 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Austin Slater. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that's a fair ball. So a man at first. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. But 2 round. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Cam Boozer.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
On the ground to short, Montgomery. Sends it across to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Davis Schneider now at the plate. Late with the swing there. Movement in the bullpen. Number 64 getting loose out there. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And 2 away now. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a nice inning. Back at right field. Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And down on strikes he goes. Strikeout number 8. And now it's Joey Gallo. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, just about to hit that century mark.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the pitching change here. Number 64. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Now the catcher up to hit. Alejandro Kirk out to short. Whips it to Gallo, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. His 2-run homer back into 3rd was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
And now the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Throw over to first, and he's back in easily. Jimenez, the base runner at first with 1 out. This one smoked, could be trouble. Oh, he botches it. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well done. Drives in the run. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 out, the runner at 2nd here in the top half of inning number 7. So Vladdy Jr. strikes out. Anthony Santander getting ready to hit. That one fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And out of here. His 31st home run of the season. It's 8-2.
He hit that into the wind, and it still had enough to leave the ballpark. He really connected on that pitch.
Now the White Sox manager is James Karinchak on the pitch here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And fires in a fastball at 95. Two outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Catcher, number 89.
On the ground to third. Clement over to first. And a quick out, number 1. Lenny Sosa will hit next. One down, base is empty. And he walked him.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So digging in, Colson Montgomery. Next offering is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Here's the third baseman, Josh Rojas. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. The White Sox leave one, and it's still 8-2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. The 1-1 is fouled off. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Ernie Clement, the next to hit. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Teal down to first with it. And it's in time for the third out, so that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Zach Jackson.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
And here is Austin Slater. That one gets down for a hit. And a good start to the inning. So now the DH spot, Andrew Vaughn. Late on that fastball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2. Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
That's outside. Now 2-2. Fastball is outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Andrew Benintendi steps up. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-2.
Slater, the lead runner at second. Robert at first. 1 gone. Got him. 2 out.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Got him swinging. tied him up on a fastball inside. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Dan Altavilla.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Out to short, Montgomery. Throws to first. Now one gone in the ninth. And now, Bo Bichette. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. Up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now at the plate. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Hit weakly on the ground towards second. Tags the runner for one. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Angel Bastardo.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Jimenez throw to first. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth. Lenin Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. Just missed.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
We got a full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Out to short. Bichette whips it to first. Now only one out remaining. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. Rip to short. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take this one in a blowout. 8-2 the final here for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. And we welcome you to the south side of Chicago and Rate Field. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. Biggest storyline coming into this one. He's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just a little bit away from first pitch and getting the start for the White Sox, Davis Martin. And Chris, he seems a lot more comfortable pitching here at home than on the road, right?
Indeed, Boog, and there can be several factors, whether it's just sleeping in your own bed, being around your family, going to your favorite restaurant before you come to the ballpark. I don't know what it is for him, but the numbers are clear that he's been dominant in this place. The only frustration is you see how good he is at home, and if you're a teammate or a coach, you're looking and saying, hey, if you can be almost as good as that on the road, you're going to have a great year, and we're going to win more ball games.
And now it's even up. 1 out, bases empty. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. One down, bases empty. That one ripped back there. And that one hops the wall. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Breaking ball was in a decent spot down and in, but he did a really nice job getting to it before it tied him up.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the belt and fires. A little out front there as he swings through it. Bounce to the left side, and that's a foul ball. Bichette, the runner at second with one away. Lifted in the air, right center field. And a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
And now Seiya Suzuki way outside, and it gets away. Both runners move up, 2 in scoring position now, and that takes away the double play.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for the
broken bat, roller to first. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out. Davis Schneider getting ready to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the second game of the series. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. On to first, in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. Back here with my pal Singy. And towing the slab in this one, Max Scherzer. And as usual with him, Singy, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Singy, that was a close play, and it looks like they're considering challenging the safe call.
Really close, Boog, and tough to tell in real time. We weren't sure, so you really can't blame them for wanting to take another look.
Austin Slater stands in. Swing and a miss at a slider. The Jays could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt.
Yeah, and the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boog. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. Lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
1 and 2.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Rushing, sizing this one up, makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and the throw's offline, safe at third. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. Swing and a miss. First and third, one down. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Benintendi to the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. First inning, and already up to 23 pitches. Swings and misses, struck him out. So it's no runs on a hit. Here on the south side, top of the second, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now a chance for Dalton Rushing. Tap foul at the plate. No outs, runners at first and second. That's hard hit on the line. And Benintendi able to make the grab.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Ground ball up the middle. Nice stop. Flips it from the ground. That's one. And that's all they'll get.
Well, this is obviously a tremendous play, but for me, it starts with a well broken in glove. To have the confidence to go down, knowing that ball is going to be right in the pocket, so you've got a clean transfer, pop back up to the feet, and fire across the diamond. Outstanding job.
Tapped in front of the plate. Tosses to first. Third out. So they strand a pair. And we're back. Bottom of the second. Joey Gallo steps to the plate. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Kyle Teal steps to the plate for the White Sox. Teal went deep in his most recent game. Line drive, base hit right field. So a man aboard now with one away. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. In the air out to center. It falls in, and that's a base hit. The throw to third, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Suzuki has a beat on it. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's a 1-run game.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nice grab on the run, and that will end the inning. Back here on the south side, and here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The 1-1 is fouled off. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Back up the middle and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
And a big swing and a miss. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Ripped on a line to center. Robert makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Davis Schneider will hit next. 2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Way inside, and that hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. 2 on, 2 outs. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is out of here. And they boost their lead. It's 5-1. Singy, he's been battling all season long for that swing.
And I'm sure a big weight off of his shoulders, Boog. He probably feels 20 pounds lighter jogging around the bags. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Base hit, and that extends the inning. So up next, Dalton Rushing. Up the middle. They take the force out, and that is that. 3-run shot for the Jays this inning. It's now 5-1. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Rushing makes the catch. 1 away. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Suzuki makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Luis Robert now. Swing and a miss.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. The delivery to Robert. Goes down looking. Down in order go the White. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Tyler Gilbert.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Into left center for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Up the middle. Dalbec toss to second. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back at right field, bottom of the inning. Benintendi up here. In the air, left field, down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Suzuki sizes this one up. He makes the grab, and there's one away.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Chicago, Kyle Teal. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Hit in the air, right field. Suzuki corrals it, and that's the inning. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Out to short, Montgomery sends it to first. One away here in the 5th. Here's the left fielder, Davis Schneider.
Left fielder, Davis Schneider.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Got him swinging. One left for Toronto. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. One down, base is empty. And it is 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And that's outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And that's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. So a man aboard. Austin Slater steps to the plate for the White Sox. Smash down the left field line. And foul ball. Mad Max notches the K. So one left for the White Sox. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. Stepping in, Alejandro Kirk. Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Andres Jimenez. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
2 ball, 2 strike.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Going to count 1-2.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. One down. So here's Robert now. Scherzer ready to fire now. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss struck him out. He notches strikeout number 150 this season. 2 down, bases empty. Now the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi, headed towards the corner. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double. So runner at second, 2 down. Here's Joey Gallo. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. And up next for Chicago, Kyle Teal. The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. Struck him out looking. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Cam Boozer.
50th time he's come into a game this year. He's been relied on out of the pen quite a bit.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field, and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 1 down. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air, right side of the infield. Gallo in position. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Late on that fastball. 2 outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. On the ground. What a stop. The throw. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop. Gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
And a swing and a miss there.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Here's Josh Rojas. Line to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That is the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Gus Varland.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Set down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. So up next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. Headed towards the corner. And it stays fair. Safely into second. He's got a double. The relay throw.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Schneider around third. He will score.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Runner at second here, one gone. And the batter now, Alejandro Kirk. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Line drive, base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 7-1. Runner on at first with one gone. Dalton rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Well struck left field. And it one-hops the wall. Lead runner holds at third. So two runners in scoring position and just one out. Here comes the skip. Number 64 gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Base hit. One run is in. The throw in. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And it's an 8-run lead. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one hops the wall. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score easily.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning, and we're in the top of the 8th. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Okay.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
That one drilled left field. And it hits the fence. 1 run is in. Benintendi hustles to get it in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And now here is Davis Schneider. Swing and a ball hammered left field, and that one is off the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate, and he's there with a double. Here comes the manager out of the. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Penn Murphy.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
And now Ernie Clement. Runner at second, 2 down. And a base hit right there. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Oh, he can't bring it in. And now the catcher comes up to him. Alejandro Kirk. ground ball left side. A dive. He's got it. Throw to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Tommy Nance.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay, not in time. He's safe. So because of the injury, a replacement needed at third. And here's the pinch runner, Michael A. Taylor. So a man aboard. Next is the designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Runner at third, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Makes the catch. Runner tags for home. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across, and it's 14-2. Luis Robert Jr. digs in now, and that's a base hit. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. Nance sets, fires. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it bangs off the foul pole, home run. He leaves the yard to right. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 14-4. And next to hit for the Sox, Joey Gallo. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away. Kyle Teal steps to the plate for the White Sox. Two outs. That one lifted to left. Schneider makes the play, and that will end the inning. But the White Sox with a 2-run homer through 8 full. You're watching. So coming into the game now on defense, Michael A. Taylor. And man, they're asking a lot of him to play completely out of position. And here is Dalton Rushing. Right back to him on the mound. 1 up, 1 down. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Arjun Nimala. 1 out, the base is empty for him. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. That's out to center field. Robert makes the grab for the second out. So a man aboard, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
That misses the zone. 2-2. Nimala leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And down on strikes. And that is that. Staying in the game on defense, Arjun Nimala. He entered the game to pinch hit and now man second base. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Swing and he breaks his bat. Fires to first on the run. In time. Got him.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. White Sox down to their final out. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Josh Rojas. Popped up left side. Clement under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum.
From Rate Field on the south side of Chicago, we bring you Wednesday Night Baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. If he's able to carry that momentum over to today, we're in for a show on MLB The Show.
First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway and getting to start, Drew Thorpe.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down All that wisdom. The 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Gallo pulls it down. 2 down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about pitchers, you're coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Foot slider ties him up, struck him out. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Ricky Tiedemann. How about a scouting report on him?
Yeah, I want to see how he handles left-handed hitters in this lineup today, because coming in, lefties are batting over 300 on the year against him. So he's going to have to figure something out to get inside, keep them from getting their arms extended, and then once conscious of the inside pitch, be able to go with something away and finish them off.
Hit on the ground to short, into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox. Outside low, and it's 2-1. One of my favorite stats all time, 1997, the Hall of Famer Craig Biggio played in all 162 games for the Astros on AstroTurf, and he never hit into a double play. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance, works the walk. First and second, no out. Oh, now a great stop, and he beats it. He's safe. So bases all loaded up, and now it's Luis Robert. Yeah, that's fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Jolks at third. Taylor at second. Vaughn at first. 2 out of the inning. Oh, right to the backstop. Runners hold tight, but it's a full count now. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Really gotten himself into a mess out there, and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Digging in, Colson Montgomery. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. New inning getting started, and now it's Dalton Varsho. Got him swinging.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
At the plate, Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Taylor on the move to the gap. Nabs it. 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. 2 down, nobody on. And a base hit.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Next to hit, Arjun Nimala. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. This one smoked out to left. And that's the third out. Back here on the south side, here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. He went around, says Rusty Valentine. The Blue Jays would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. High fly ball out towards left field. And that's a foul ball.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
Suzuki makes the grab on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
That's to third. Nimala slings to first in time. So the batting order turns over. Corey Julks steps to the plate for the White Sox. To the right side, Jimenez. The throw to first, and that is that. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. One down, base is empty. Slice to right. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double. 1 out. Runner at second. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that is out of play. So Vladdy Jr. strikes out. Anthony Santander at the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
This one in the air, center field. Taylor under it. He's got it, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. And that one ripped to left, and it goes just foul. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Stock center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off.
Taylor runs, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, tag, and they got him.
Now, I got to admit, I'm kind of shocked he got caught stealing right there because of how big the lead was over at first base. Catcher doesn't throw very well either, but for whatever reasons, things came together, and they got the out at second. Really impressive job, I'd say.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from.
Runner on the move. Pitches low. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Swing and a bouncer out to short. Tosses to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your team
pulls it down, and they're 2 away.
That takes away the opportunity to score the runner from third with a sac fly. We're talking about a different story if that line drive hits the ground, but he made a good play, and they can get out of this thing with 1 more out.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
2 outs. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. No advance. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now it's going to be Joey Gallo. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And here is Sosa to the plate. In the air on the infield, Guerrero. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery. The shortstop takes the ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Fouls one off. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Cam Boozer getting ready to go. Varland also getting ready. Line drive to short and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Up the middle. In there safely.
Tough play up the middle, and everything needed to be right there. Field that, get a strong throw off to first base, and I think the speed going up the line had something to do with it as well.
Now at the plate, Bo Bichette. Got him swinging for the K. And an excellent job keeping it right there. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Rudder takes off. Blue Jays down a run. Thorpe with a move to first. Jimenez back in on a dive. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Oh, great stop. And they get the out. Back at right field. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And a ground ball to first. Guerrero takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Matt Thaiss comes up to hit here.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front.
Many times if you
One
do, it's a
ball,
foul ball.
two
And
strikes.
you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Fly ball down the line. Suzuki snags it on the run. Nothing. New pitcher for the White Sox, Gus Varland.
His first test will be from the left side, and that's been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
Got him! And one gone.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Man at first with one gone. Seiya Suzuki next up for the Blue Jays. Varland picks over Varsho. Back on a dive. The 1-1. Hard liner. And there are 2 down.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Pickoff move to first. Varsho dives back in safely. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. In there at the knees for a strike.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
3-2 now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Watch out. That one sails on him. And the runners will move up. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. 1 runs in. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark and he scores. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. And the right-hander deals. Slapped foul. And he chases that one. And that is that. But 2 runs here on the south side. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now here is Michael A. Taylor.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there.
Caught him looking for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So digging in, Andrew Vaughn. This one in the air right field. Suzuki has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Luis Robert Jr. steps to the plate for the White Sox. Next pitch misses way outside.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen. One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the
hauls it in to end the inning. The White Sox lead 1, and they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Dan Altavilla.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Jokes racing over to make the catch. So up next, Bo Bichette.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Got him looking. Now 2 away.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Next to hit, Anthony Santander. 2 outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Blue Jays held in check, but they still lead it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Got him. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels. Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher.
1 down, runner at first. Now it's going to be Bobby Dahlbeck. Here comes the throw. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball.
Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. The run scores from 3rd, and it's an RBI single, and this game is tied in the 7th. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. And up next for Chicago, Corey Jolks. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at 2nd. In the air, right side. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. And the batter now, Michael A. Taylor. Here comes the manager out of the... They hand the ball over to a new arm, Ryan Burr.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
And delivers outside.
Ball 2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through. Throw quickly to the infield, and the go-ahead run has to hold up at 3rd with 2 away. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Pitch misses there. Ball 3.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it. Refusing to go away quietly.
2 outs. Bases full. Here's the White Sox DH, Luis Robert Jr. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. We look ahead to inning number 8. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. James Karinchak.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Penn Murphy up and throwing. Boozer, a left-hander, also throwing. Looking to get the tying run on base. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires the first. In time to get him. One away to strikeout. Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit. There's a swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
One down, base is empty. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one's back there. Get out of town. A shot to the opposite field. His 12th of the season, and we are all tied up. It's 3-3.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. So up next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. And he chases a high fastball there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, got him swinging. That's the second out.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
And here is Arjun Nimala back to the mound. And it finds its way through for a hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. White Sox going with a new arm, Cam Boozer.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Alejandro Kirk.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We're tied now. So remaining in the game defensively, Alejandro Kirk. He takes over behind the plate to do the catching after entering the game as a pinch hitter. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Jimmy Garcia. On for the 30th time this year. And the sweeper misses for a ball.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Jimenez in plenty of time to first, and they take care of Gallo for the out. Lenny and Sosa now at the plate. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox.
A lot of folks believed he could make an early impact.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Andres Jimenez. Out to short, Montgomery. Throws across the diamond. Now one gone in the ninth. And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. The shortstop takes the ball. And a swing and a miss. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Line and a base hit into right. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive and puts the go-ahead run on base. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. And the count 1-2.
you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Got him. That K is his third of the game. So no runs here. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Zach Jackson.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Ball four, he walked him. And that'll keep the line moving. No outs, runner at first. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Matt Thaiss. Puts a bunt down. Fires over to Guerrero. Out on the underhand toss.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
The winning run on second base. And that's downstairs and outside. Battling here as he fouls it away. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's two gone.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just...
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Welcome back, and here comes the runner in scoring position. No outs. Dalton Varsho getting ready to hit.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far. He doesn't look anxious at all.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. And that's a strikeout looking. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike three.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Now, Seiya Suzuki. Liner, and this could be trouble. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out, runner at second. And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider. And that is cut on and missed. And out 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Got him looking. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now back now and on the mound. And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. And a swing and a miss.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With two strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
That one 95 to finish him off. So they're down to their final out. And now Joey Gallo inside, just missed.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Ball four, he walked in, and that keeps things going. And now Lenny Sosa.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team
down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
And the final score here, 4-3. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at